Hello, Ragers, and welcome back to another episode of Rage It. Today, we're going to be taking another look at the awesome r/slash facepalm. Make sure you smash those like and subscribe buttons. Let's get into it. Private prison threatens to close unless state or federal officials fill up 300 more beds. In any sane country, having to shut down a prison due to lack of criminals would be a success. But supply creates its own demand. There are a lot of problems with the US's correctional process, and the fact that something like this makes the news and as a negative is definitely one of those problems. Nothing supports gay equality like a straight couple kissing in public. I'm a girl. We're both girls. Nothing says I support equality like assuming someone is a boy because they have short hair. Weird to see myself pop up on my own dash. I hate people like this, these social justice warriors that go out and try to call everyone out. Half the time they're wrong or they're hurting their own cause. I don't see how people can stay in one place for the rest of their life and not explore the world. Poverty. Even in the US, so many people live paycheck to paycheck. It's kind of hard to explore the world, but I have to admit, I do enjoy it when I have the opportunity. It is awesome. If a 12-year-old is raped by her father and the father takes her to get an abortion, the evidence of the crime will be destroyed and he will go on molesting his victim for years. If, however, the child is born, his crime will be discovered and she will be rescued from the abuse. If you take her in to get an abortion, there's medical records, and if they expect that there's some sort of abuse, they've got a requirement to report that. So this is actually probably the best thing that you could do. Hey, so this isn't the message I guess you want to be getting, but my ex contacted me again on the weekend and came to my work today, and I've decided instead of breaking up, we're going to give each other a second chance and start to date again and see what happens. I really don't know what else to say. Doing it via group message to all the guys you're talking to. Efficient, I guess. This is hilarious and disgusting at the same time. Breaking up with 4 people through a group message. Bill Gates, the richest person on the planet, is also the richest man in Washington. Gee, thanks, Sherlock. Arrested after calling Crime Stoppers. Man tries to turn himself in for reward money. This must have been the picture that they snapped right as they told him, I'm sorry, you can't collect the reward money for turning yourself in. And is it just me, or is his shirt on backwards and inside out? Do you think we should save Homo sapiens from going extinct? If they're going to go extinct, it's a little sad, but at the end of the day, I don't care. Homo sapiens comes from the Latin word wise man, so she's obviously not included. She is clearly not wise. The 7 best hangover cures, backed by science. Number 1, limit your alcohol intake. What? I'm looking for hangover cures specifically so I can drink more. You know what? I feel sorry for you. You must be incredibly close-minded to not hang out with someone just because they smoke. Smoking is a way of life for me. It makes me feel alive and stops me cutting. Shame on you for shaming people who smoke. You are the worst. I have asthma. Shame on you for having asthma. Being my friend is more important than your health. Why are Americans against education? I'm sick and tired of arrogant Europeans calling America the dumbest country in the world. You know what? I think Europe is the dumbest country in the world. Man, Europe isn't a country. Dude, you shut up. You're making the rest of us look bad. We only know that getting shot in the head is fatal because of movies and video games. And logic. I only believe things from movies and video games, and I also believe everything in movies and video games. Every 12 years, half of all facts about physics are replaced. Think about that next time you want to use science as an argument for anything. G.K. Chesterton said it best. The poet only asks to get his head into the heavens. It is the logician who seeks to get the heavens into his head, and it is his head that splits. Where on this flat earth is that statistic coming from? I read somewhere that 123% of all statistics online are made up. I believe it too. Never forget, these people are total hypocrites. Anti-abortion rep Tim Murphy resigns after report he asked lover to end a pregnancy. Let me build a campaign on something and then do the exact opposite, although I think that's just pretty typical in government these days. I'm bored. I'm Chalk. We should get together. Bored. Like I don't have anything to do. Not barred, like a chalk bard. Learn to spell check. Oh, God. I hope you don't breed. I love it when idiots try to call other people out because they're too stupid to understand their own mistake. Captain Marvel's Brie Larson demands more diversity in Hollywood, so fans create a petition to have her replaced with a gay woman of color. Well, I guess that didn't really work out how you had planned. Hey, is this mousepad Windows 10 compatible? You know it's a piece of cloth, right? Yeah, but is it Windows 10 compatible? 4.5-inch Jupiter MOVA globe. Any possibility of contacting the maker and arranging a deal for a life-size model? Battery's okay for that deal. Nah, but how high does it float? Do you even know what life-size means? Obviously she does. She just wants her own planet. I mean, who doesn't, really? OMG. So, I don't like dolphins anymore. Squirrels are my new favorite reptiles. So cute. Neither a dolphin nor a squirrel is a reptile. How do you put a dolphin and a squirrel both in the same category? The world's first malaria vaccine will go to 360,000 African children. AKA, they're testing it on Africans first. Yeah, instead, let's test it in America where malaria isn't a big problem and let all the people in Africa die of malaria. That makes way more sense. A guy came up to me and said, "Why are you still so fat?" He said, "I just don't believe it. You're not eating anything. You're trekking across landscapes. You should be losing weight." I said, "This is a fantasy show. We've got fire-breathing dragons and a woman giving birth to a cloud. Why is it me still being fat that you don't buy?" Come on, I can believe dragons breathing fire. I can believe The Walking Dead. But a fat guy walking hundreds of miles is just not believable. Be different. And an image of a sunflower facing the opposite direction of all the other sunflowers. Meg, that sunflower's gonna freaking die. They face the sun for a reason. I'm crying. Hey, individuality's great, but don't go against the flow just to go against the flow. No good comes of that. They break into our country, steal resources, then do stuff like this. And libs still wonder why we're pushing for immigration controls. Ah, yes, screw those Native Americans. Send them back to their own country. Where are they from again? Oh. Proofreading this book couldn't have been that hard. 5 bananas. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 number 2. Looks right to me. In 2014, the Christian rock band Remedy Drive released the album Commodity. Its cover image is a small hole from the Solar Max satellite that was caused by space debris. NASA first published the original photo in 2006. On the left, you have the original photo, and on the right is the cover album. In 2018, astronaut Chris Hadfield tweeted the picture to show what space debris can do to a spacecraft. But flat earthers accused him of stealing the commodity cover. They were simply looking for reasons to discredit spaceflight and did not realize NASA published the image first. Ah, flat earthers, a whole population of people that are just complete facepalm. Why were the world wars called world wars when it was only a bunch of white countries beefing over who gets to control and F up the world the most? Why does everything white suddenly become the world? Ah, yes, the world wars were white. Remember the white countries? Japan, China, Egypt, Libya, Morocco, Iraq, Brazil, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Burma, and Ethiopia in the world wars? So white. Yes, obviously, everything that's wrong with the world is because of white people. We know. That's it for this episode of Facepalm. If you liked it, make sure you smash those like and subscribe buttons. If you didn't, smash that subscribe button so you can come trash talk me on the next video. See you guys all tomorrow.